Hello and welcome to all students in years 7 to 9. We're going to give you a little update now on your home learning work. So first of all, I'd like to start by saying thank you to all of you who've been working so hard at home and adjusting to the situation that we're all in. We're really proud at how much effort you're putting into your work, and engagement levels so far with the work have been really high. So well done for that, for doing your absolute best. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank your teachers, the teaching staff, for putting a lot of effort into the resources and just trying to make sure that the experience that you're having at home is the best that it can possibly be. We're going to, in this presentation, explain some very small changes that we're making to our home learning provision for you, and we hope that you're going to find that really helpful and it's going to enhance your learning experience. So I'd like to now hand over to Miss Jenkins, who's going to explain that to you.
Our rationale for this is that we're just slightly tweaking our approach. It's not an entire change. We want to maintain what is working well, and the vast majority of you have now got used to using Microsoft Teams and logging on, also following the assignment timetable so you know when to expect an assignment from which subject. So those things will be staying the same. We're also moving towards using some good quality external resources. Now these are well established and we know that they're very good quality, we're looking to use some providers such as Oak National Academy, Hegarty Maths and BBC Bitesize to enhance our provision and give you more variety. And finally, we want your learning to be most efficient and effective as it can be. And we have thought about lots of different ways in order to achieve this. The information we've used to support our decision making has predominantly come from the student survey results. Lots of you answered our student survey, so thank you very much for doing that if you took part, because it was really informative for us. It really told us about what works well for you in terms of home learning and what your preferences are. And hopefully you'll see that reflected in some of the changes that we've made. We've also had lots of conversations with students and parents over the last few weeks, as well as consulting with our teachers. Alongside this, we've had a look at wider research based on what other schools across the country have been doing and what works generally well in remote learning, so that we're making the best choices for you. We're calling the new format the learning loop because it's a cyclical process. This will start with your teacher introducing what you're doing in the session and linking it to the learning you did last time round. They will then point you in the direction of the core content, which will be the main part of your learning. Your teacher will then talk to you again to explain what you should have learned in that session and set you the task for the learning check and feedback, which will either be an assignment or a self-marking quiz. The learning loop will start off with what we're calling the learning link, in which a teacher will talk over the top of a PowerPoint slide like the one you can see on the right. This will include a recap of the previous loop's core content, so the main things that you have learned and the learning check activity that you did. There will also be some whole class feedback in response to the quiz or the assignment that you did for the last loop. This will also tell you what you need to do for the core content, whether you need to click onto the next slide or access learning on another platform. The learning link will be followed by the core content. For this, you'll be directed to one of the following things: either an Oak National Academy video lesson, a Hegarty Maths video lesson, a bite-sized video, or some more narrated PowerPoint slides by your teacher. Your teacher will explain how this connects your learning, why it's useful to you, and explain how to access this in your learning link. And this will deliver the main part of your lesson. After the core content, you'll return back to the PowerPoint for the mini plenary and task setting, again narrated by a CTS teacher. This will include a recap of the most important parts of the core content from that session. It will also signpost you to the learning check and feedback task that you will do to finish off the session. The learning check and feedback task will either be an assignment for submission and individual feedback from your teacher, like you have been doing with the assignment timetable already, or a self-marking quiz. This might be on Microsoft Forms or Haggerty Maths, so that your teacher can see your results. No additional feedback will be provided for this, but you will get instant feedback as it's self-marking. This is what it will look like in your team. First of all, you will have a PowerPoint show posted, which will include the learning link, the core content, and the mini plenary. Also, you will have your learning check and feedback posted separately, which will either be a self-marking quiz or an assignment. It's really important that you complete the learning loop show before you attempt the assignment or the forms quiz. Otherwise, you won't have the understanding you need in order to do it properly. So please make sure you do them in this order. All work will continue to be set on a Monday morning and deadline set for 4 p.m. on Friday in order to give you flexibility to do the work when you have access to the technology. However, we have also now put together a weekly timetable of suggested times for you to do this work. Of course, you can make this fit around you, but hopefully it will help you space out the time across the week. This will also be available as a printable version on the school website in the home learning area. For Year 9s, you can see this is slightly different because you have various different options. So in the humanities block, you could do your history or geography, depending on which of those subjects you study. And again, there are some free option blocks there for the option subjects that you study in school. If you or the people at home want a little more information on exactly what you're learning in each subject area, if you go to the home learning section found within the student info part of our school website, you will find on there a page for each year group. Within that page, there will be your assignment timetable, as well as the curriculum maps, which give you more insight into the exact content for each subject. These will be available online from Monday. Just like when we're in school, as well as your academic studies, it's important to us to make sure that you're keeping fit and well. Therefore, we would encourage you to make sure that you're spending some time outside and doing some regular exercise. As well as this, if you're interested in any other wellbeing or enrichment resources, there's a lot of these on our school website in the home learning area. We would also like to remind you about our tutor time and assembly programme. Each week you have the opportunity to talk to your tutor and the rest of your tutor groups. To do this, you just need to go to the tutor time team within Microsoft Teams, and you'll be able to contribute to the chat through the post section, and the teacher will open up this function for you. Additionally, each week we are posting a school assembly in the same channel on your Microsoft Teams, in your tutor channel, for you to watch each week. Generally, this is posted on a Wednesday. If you're stuck on any part of your learning, or you have any questions about this process, please email homelearning@corbytechnicalschool.org. There's a team of people waiting there to help you. If you need subject-specific support, we will forward it on to the relevant teacher in order to provide the information that you need. Thank you for listening.